Welcome. You're listening to The Aligned Self, Conversations in Creating a Conscious and Abundant Life. This is Daniel Denovi. I'll be your guide and host. Let's see just where we can take this. Hello, friend, and welcome back to the conversation. Today is our Quotable Monday, and I began featuring a quote that I read in a book. When I researched it, when I looked all over the interwebs, no one has the attribution for this specific quote, although the idea is very central to New Thought, manifesting, law of attraction, and that is that the world is a mirror of your mind. The world is a mirror of your mind. Like I said, I read this in a book when I was 13 years old, and it shifted me. It was an aha experience. I began seeing the world differently. It gave me control, gave me autonomy. It gave me agency to create my reality. But as I began thinking about it in the context of producing a podcast around it and expanding on my thoughts, I realized that I hadn't given it a lot of serious thought since I first read it, even though it influences a lot of my thinking. And so in today's episode, I'm just going to leave you with the quote. I'm going to leave it with you so you can consider it. Leave it with you so you can contemplate on it, even meditate on it. The world is a mirror of your mind. Now, while that gave me a lot of freedom early on in my life, how I've come to think about it now is it impacts every area of your life. Your ability to manifest and attract is totally based on the mechanisms, the thought forms, the beliefs, the structures of your mind. It is also directly related to your self-concept, to your self-identity. You see, we cannot manifest more than we believe is possible. Let me define that statement a little bit more, because you can actually attract more than you think is possible, but you will not hang on to it. If you have a perspective on the world, if your model of the world does not allow for you to hang on to that much money, or it doesn't feel natural to you given the story or the narrative that you're telling yourself, then in one way or another, you will lose it. The other thing over the years that I've realized that the world is a mirror of your mind, this also applies to relationships. It applies to every aspect of your life. So I'm just going to leave you with the quote for this week for you to contemplate and think about, to consider. What does it mean to you? And then I'll expand on it myself next Monday and go in a deeper dive. I'm just going to think about a lot more because there's some nuances that I want to add to this whole conversation. And so in your considering, in your contemplation, consider everything that is showing up in your life. What is the dynamic of your life? What is the dynamic of those things that you attract? Are you attracting the things that you really desire? Or do they seem to be held off at bay? For better or worse, what is showing up in your life right now is a reflection of your mind. The world is a mirror of your mind. And so, in the context of our conversation, when you begin shifting your thoughts, when you begin changing your mind, you change your world. And like I said, next week, I'll do a deep dive on this just before we kick off our Be a Badass Manifestor group coaching program inside the Nexus membership. When you join my membership program, you not only get to participate in the Be a Badass Manifestor, but you also get access to every other program that's in the vault. We have the intuition course. I have a number of trainings. I have hypnotic audios, guided meditations, as well as ongoing live training, live interaction with yours truly, and I'll be bringing in guests as well. Similar to the spiritual adventure, the Gathering of Saints, I'll be bringing in other experts so that they can share your expertise inside the membership. And so as you listen to the sound of my voice right now, I'm strongly suggesting that you get your butt into the Nexus membership. Get involved. You're going to have access to so many gifts, so many opportunities as we move forward in our community. If you've been listening for a while, you may remember when I referred to my membership as the Vault. Well, every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and Martha and Sally, and they have their own version of the Vault. There's the Vault, the library, and so I wanted something distinctly different. And so I named it Denovi's Nexus of Transformation, here to be known just simply as the Nexus or the Nexus membership. Now, nexus means bridge, connection, hub. It's a place where people come together. Ideas, events, entities come together in community and communion. Go to yesdaniel.com, click the link on the Nexus membership, and get involved today. If you commit to a year, I guarantee will transform your life. You will never, ever be the same. Your conscious awareness will be at a whole new level. Your engagement in life, your awareness of yourself will never, ever be the same. You will be awakened. So, in the meantime, consider this quote, "The world is a mirror of your mind." Take a look at what is around you. Take a look at the circumstances around you. Take a look at the dynamics in your relationship. It's a reflection of what's going on internally. Until next time, this is your friend and host, Daniel Denovi, urging you to follow your bliss. Live your life from inner signals. Be inner directed as you engage in the epic adventure.